Living with beautiful objects is something that means a lot to me and something that I wanted to bring more of to the United States when I moved here. I really believe in the art of the handmade and the authenticity that a craftsman puts into an object based on hundreds of years of experience in some cases. My name is Zoe de Givenchy and I have a lifestyle brand supporting artisans, furthering their arts and protecting the handmade. The inspiration was really driven by the beauty that I discovered in visiting a lot of ateliers around Europe. Firstly in France predominantly and then further afield. And the artistry and the story in the hands of these artisans really inspired me. And then of course, my own desire for beautiful things. I wanted some things that were my own, that were in colors and evocative of certain memories and would fit perfectly into my own home spaces. I have always loved creating a sort of focal point for the family. I spent my childhood in Australia and I developed a love of setting the table. One of my favorite things as a little girl was my vegetable garden and my cutting garden and growing flowers. I would select with my mother which flowers I wanted to plant from seed, and the joy of nature is something that I've grown up with and something I'm trying to instill in our children too, no matter where we're living. I love seasonality, I love gardens, I'm a gardener myself, and so incorporating a lot of flowers and nature generally into my collections has been key. A table setting to me is really an extension of how one lives, and if living is creating an art, essentially yourself, the way one lives with objects and with one's family and friends is really telling a story about yourself. I really feel that the day-to-day can be the most beautiful, so the small rituals of one's day, beautiful cup of coffee, the perfect cup, or breakfast with the children, you know, I change up the colors or embrace the seasons, certainly. Achieving a sense of place through living slightly differently in different places is also interesting. Making it personal, I think, is important because sharing moments with family and friends around a table, I think, is one of humanity's oldest traditions, and that's really the center of a home. Something that I'm adapting to is learning to live in a very modern house and mixing different periods of furniture and art along with some new purchases and also things we've had in the family for generations. So that's been fun and also a bit of a challenge, mixing classical with modern and finding new ways to live in a space. It's fun. For me, having contrast is really important. Between the old and the new, the high and the low, the modern and the classical, I think it's really crucial to have interplay between objects and as same as it is in people in a guest list. It's not complicated, but that's my secret. You can find a lot of my designs in the ClubRoom at the Invisible Collection.